Hi guys, my name is Mrs. Jensen. I am a science teacher at a space camp in Ogden, Utah in the United States. And today I'm going to be teaching you about spacesuits. So my first question for you is take a look at this picture and what do you notice that is wrong with it? Can you spot the problem? Now take a look at this one. What is wrong with this picture? In both of these pictures, there are animals living in an environment where they are not supposed to be. Fish cannot live in trees, birds cannot live underwater. In order to live in an environment like that, they would need special equipment. The same is true for people who want to travel into space. There are a lot of dangers for people in space, so they have to have a special spacesuit to protect them. Do you know what any of those dangers are? If you were in space, you would experience more than 300 degrees Fahrenheit when you were in the sun. The sun also produces a lot of radiation and UV rays. If you don't have something to protect you from that, you would get the worst sunburn of your life. It also gets down to negative 300 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. So when you are not in the sun, that is super, super, super cold. So you need something that will keep you warm. In space, there is no oxygen to breathe. Without some artificial oxygen or artificial breathing tanks, you would not last very long with nothing to breathe. There's also the danger of micrometeoroids. Micrometeoroids are little tiny pieces of space junk, dirt or things that have fallen off of spacecraft or pieces of asteroids that have broken away, even pieces as small as a speck of dust. They're traveling at thousands and thousands of miles per hour. So if that hits you, it will go through you straight like a bullet. That would not be very comfortable, which is why spacesuits are as thick as they are. They have many, many layers to protect you from all these different dangers. The last danger is that there is no air pressure. When you are here on Earth, the air is pushing down on you and your body is pushing back. When you go into space, your body keeps pushing back, but there's nothing pushing in on you. So your body would slowly go like this. Your blood would start to boil and it would be a very gross death. We want to explore space though, which is why we have invented things like spacesuits to get us there. Today, we are going to construct a spacesuit to protect our astronaut. This is astronaut Bob. He looks a lot like an apple. When you do this, you can use an apple or an orange or a pear or a potato, any fruit or vegetable that is kind of soft or squishy or fleshy. Now, if I were to send Bob into space, he wouldn't be able to breathe, he'd get a really bad sunburn, he might freeze, and worst of all, he's going to get shot with micrometeoroids, all this space junk flying around. To show you what that looks like, without a spacesuit, this is a nail representing our micrometeoroid or space dirt flying at thousands of miles per hour. Ooh! Poor Bob. He would not last long. So, our job today is to build a spacesuit to protect him. In real life, these layers of the American spacesuit are built out of things like Kevlar and PVC-like tubing and other layers of cloth and metals that will protect from all those different things. We are going to use things you find around your house. Looks a lot like junk. You'll need some tape or something to secure it. Cardboard, chip bags, cups, anything your parents are okay with you destroying. I'm going to stick Bob in a layer of chip bag. It's made out of some sort of foil. We'll tape him in. Then I'm going to use some of my plastic cups, kind of make him look like an alien or Mickey Mouse. Now when you're building your spacesuit, you got to remember A micrometeoroid could hit from any direction at any time. Here, where we simulate it, it only comes from one direction. But if he's protected here, and a micrometeoroid comes from here, spacesuit didn't do its job. So make sure you protect Bob from any direction. The spacesuit is looking a little bit like a space station. All right, I'm ready to test Bob's spacesuit. Now, when you get to the point of testing your own spacesuit, make sure you ask a parent for help. You need to use a sharp object. I'm using a big rusty nail. If you don't have a nail, you could use a knife or scissors. Pick how high you're going to drop it from. I drop it from about 5 feet high. Place your astronaut in the line of fire. And you don't need a cool structure like this. You could just have your parent hold it up 5 feet in the air. Test it maybe 3 times. Just make sure we've hit him really well. Again, I ended up with a dent. So we see that one hit right where Bob is inside. Then you're going to unwrap your spacesuit and see if this time, even though he got hit, he survived. This is where he was hit before. This is where he was hit this time, and you can see the spacesuit protected him from the micrometeoroids. Send me pictures and videos of your spacesuit.